Hello everybody, I am Simplici Nichole and I'm really stoked. I am talking with you guys today about, in my previous video, I said how I was planning and manifesting on moving to Texas. And guess what? I did it. I'm here in Texas now. Moving, look at that. I currently live in California, Southern California, and I am moving to Texas. It was a crazy, wild experience, like super wild, but what in the Lord is that? I'm in Texas. This is the craziest thing I've ever seen. Send help. Send help. It was amazing. So I lived in Ontario, California, and I have lived in California my whole life, except when I moved to Oregon for a couple years, which was amazing. But everything that's been going on amid coronavirus, quarantine, and operating a hair loss business there, it's been a little bit more difficult. And to be honest, I've always had my eyes set on Texas, just of the fact with freedom, I don't know. My dad always says that in Texas, yes is yes and no is no. It's like pretty straightforward. Now, this is the really funny thing, is I had never been to Texas. When I made that decision to move to Texas, I had never even been here. All of my family was like, Nicole, you need to go over and visit. What if you don't like it? And I'll be honest, it was like kind of scary because you're picking a house in another state. You have no idea what the house is like. You don't know if it smells. You don't know if there's roaches. You have no idea. And we were picking an office for the business. So there was a lot going on. Now, it's obviously with any type of moving, disconnecting utilities, doing all of that stuff, it can be a little crazy connecting the utilities in the new place. But let me tell you my experience on Texas as a California girl and really how it's pretty out there. So the weather, number one. The weather was something everybody told me, Nicole, there's no way you're gonna get used to it. You don't know what humidity is. You have no idea what you're in for. Now, on the weather, I will admit, we came during like a little heat spell. It's probably like record high heat, but it's not bad. Like, I think people will think of the heat and they're like, oh my gosh, you're outside all day. Who's really outside for 8 hours a day unless you have that type of career or job? Nobody's really outside. So for me, that I don't think the humidity it is different. My hair's a little frizzier, but it's all good. It's okay. But besides that, the weather is pretty doable. It's pretty manageable. I really enjoy the rain since we've been here. There's been like a lot of tropical storms, but it's not like, I don't know, everybody kept telling me you can't stand the humidity. You're not going to be able to stand it. For me, I bring my water. I stay hydrated. I'm perfectly fine on that front. Now, number two, I really thought that Texas, it just goes to show you how much I really did not know about Texas when I moved over here, was I thought it was like really rural. Like there's not gonna be that much stuff. There's not gonna be a lot of restaurants. There's not gonna be that much nice stuff. And I mean, I knew there was restaurants, but if you don't know what you don't know, right? And so coming out here, it's beautiful. It's green. I'm outside of Houston about 20 minutes and it's green, it's beautiful. There's lots of trees. There's a really strong sense of community. The restaurants are fantastic. I mean, everything that you have in California, you're gonna find here. There's absolutely everything. They have DoorDash, they have everything. It's so similar. I think that's the misconception is you're gonna move out there, you're gonna be like lacking stuff. No, I've got my Marshalls, I've got my Nordstrom's rack, I've got all my stuff. So that's really, really cool. Number three, where I'm at, almost everybody has a truck. I have like a little hybrid car, so I do feel a little awkward driving in this small hybrid car as opposed to everybody having a big truck, which makes sense because out here it does rain where I'm at, so you do want to have a higher vehicle to avoid the puddles, and I think just the traction, feeling a little bit more safe in the rain, right? As everybody knows, I don't know that much about cars. But that is something that I do feel like I will have to get, is a truck or a different type of vehicle. I was thinking a Subaru, but now that I'm here, yeah, no, that's more of an Oregon play. Definitely not here. The other stuff is the Woodlands. I live about 20 minutes away from the Woodlands, and the Woodlands, like if you research it, is a really beautiful area to live in. And oh my gosh, it is gorgeous. It's like, it has Tiffany's, and what's really cool is they have like police officers or security guards that ride on a horse and walk around. It's just a completely different feel. So another really cool tidbit is, while we were driving here, we stopped at a couple different gas stations, and it's like a pay-as-you-go, like an honor system. You go and you pump it yourself, and then you just let them know, and you leave the money on the counter or in an envelope right there. I mean, it's different. It's a little more old school. It feels like old school, but it still has all the new modern stuff that I think that we're used to, especially as a California girl. So I'm really, really enjoying it. I mean, this move has been, it's been so different, but my point of this entire video was the differences are slight. Yeah, it is a different state. Yeah, there is some things like the weather to get a little bit more adjusted to, but I mean, all in all, like any type of California person that feels like, oh, I can't move to Texas, it's too rural, or it's not gonna work for me, it's absolutely amazing. I'm so glad that I made this move, and there's just so many fun things yet to come. So I'm excited. And another thing I really wanted to highlight is manifesting. I knew that I wanted to move to Texas, and I envisioned it, and I put it in my head, this is what I want to do. I want to move to Texas. I did not let any obstacle in my way, and that's so important. I wrote it down. I manifested, I'm going to move to Texas. I'm going to live in this beautiful home. I'm going to live in a beautiful area. I'm going to be really close to my office, and every single thing that I manifested has come true. And the reason why is I did not allow fear. I did not allow obstacles to get in the way. And that's a really big thing, especially moving. I mean, moving is crazy. Renting a big truck, the bumper fell off on the truck, one of the cars we went through tar. There's so many different things, and I really truly think that the mindset and the manifesting, I already knew. I envisioned in my mind, no matter what, the place that I was going to get, the office that I was going to get, the area that I was going to live in was going to be everything and more. And it just goes to show, no matter what, no matter how much fear that you feel, you cannot allow that to override. You have to write down what you want, and you're going to have faith that it's exactly going to happen. So, best move, this California girl is absolutely loving Texas. If you guys have any questions, I know this is a little different video, but comment below, let me know, and I will be doing more videos on Texas. Thank you guys.